All right, here we are. After 60 hours of my life over the course of the past week and a half, 2 weeks, I've finally completed my Silent Hill 2 accurate in shape and design pyramid head, red pyramid thing helmet. It's been a crazy, hectic grind getting this thing done. This has been a lifetime goal of mine. As a kid, I remember watching videos like this, tutorials, making ofs on how to do pyramid head helmets, Silent Hill nurse masks, and this is just a nice resolution to my obsession with this character. I've made this thing 4 to 5 times over the course of the past 15 years of my life. This is one of those things that I really did. It was a goal as I was learning this trade, getting into leathercraft. This is one of those projects I wanted to be able to make. I've always wanted to have a heavy-duty, nice, handmade thing that's gonna last a lifetime. Handmade, hand-stained, pyramid head helmet. I've made them out of cardboard, I've made them out of resin. This material, it's ideal. Leather's awesome, make everything out of it, it's great. But I feel like I'm kind of ushering in a new generation of Silent Hill obsessed fans with all this like news of the movies and the remakes and it's all exciting stuff. It's 6 a.m. right now, I'm going crazy. Stayed up all night finishing this damn thing. But it's paid off. It's paid off. But I guess this section of the video, before I get into the making of, there's just a few things I'd like to mention. This total love letter to Team Silent, Masahiro Ito. The art direction, the creature design, Silent Hill has just inspired me in my entire life, how I perceive art, how I go about designing things, how I do everything. And this is just a love letter to that. And all the people that I watched growing up making those nurse masks, making those pyramid head helmets. I know this sounds like I'm fucking giving myself an award. I'm really feeling myself right now, I'm sorry. I'm going a little loopy, but I'm just, here we are, you know, I did it, baby, I got here. This is a lifelong goal to have made something like this by now, professionally, handmade out of leather. If you would like, that's part B of what I'd like to mention here. If you would like to order one of these for me, go to my website, www.corpusskeller, CORPUSSKELLER. It'll be in the description, you don't have to type it out, .com. And that's my hub for communication. If you'd like to go there and find my contacts, I'm on everything, pretty much. Instagram's my best contact, but you can go there and it'll damn tell you where to contact me, how to get a quote from me. I don't know. Just hit me up if you would like one of these. I want to make more of these. I want people to have these. I'm so inspired. I'm so motivated to get these out there. It takes a lot of work. I mean, this thing I've been crunching, like pulling all-nighters like 7 times over the course of the past couple of weeks. After working fucking damn 40-hour, 9-hour shifts every day, getting this thing done, but it's all worth it. I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor now. But if you want one of these custom-made, handmade, 100% leather, hit me up. I'll get one made for you. I love this. I want to do this with my life forever. I'm very passionate about this. Anyway, part C. Like I said, I've been making these all my life. There are a few other. There's one other pyramid head helmet and sword combo that I made a while back, like a year and a half ago, out of resin. Before I got into leather and really decided, okay, this is the material I'm gonna work with as an artist. I made it out of resin, and it's really heavy duty. It's nice. It's not as nice as this, admittedly, but if anyone wants that, I don't know, I'll put like a listing up or something. But here's, because I've been wanting to make this video, something like this, for a while. Here's a time lapse. Like, I'll put it here for like a few seconds of how I made that, because I just have all the footage and I don't know what to do with it. If you want this helmet and the sword, just hit me up. I'll give it to you. I'll sell it to you for whatever. We'll decide on something. Not anywhere near as much as what I'd make one of these for. But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. So to reiterate, thank you to all my influences. This has been a great journey, and I'm glad that I finally got this thing designed and made and patented. And B, go to my website, contact me wherever, DM me, and I'll make you one of these. You can order one from me. It can be yours. And see if you want the old one for a much cheaper price. I'm never gonna make anything like that again. It's a one of a kind. So I don't know, if I die and my stuff becomes very valuable all of a sudden, then you can just, it'll be an investment. So if you want that, or if you would want more of a better one made custom for you, yeah, hit me up. But that's all. I'll pass this off to my frantic, sleep-deprived 2 week ago self, going over the making of this damn helmet. I love it. I love this. Glad we got here in the end. It's been a hell of a ride. Go to corpusskeller.com. That was another. I just made the website in the past couple of weeks just for this. This is a big push for the Corpus Skeller brand. Put it off for too long. Finally gonna try and make that pyramid head in time for the Silent Hill 2 remake. I've been working on this thing for ages now. I've finally gotten around to doing it. I always do these things last minute. I'm waiting for my pattern to email so that I can print it off. It's currently 2 a.m. right now. I'm running low on fuel. Just finished my McDonald's latte. I can do it. I can do it. As of right now, it is September the 21st, I believe, which means I have less than 2 weeks before the SH2 remake comes out. I want to have everything up and ready. Video, the piece. I want to have 2 made even by then. It seems undoable. I'm in total crunch mode right now, but I've had such a long history. I've got the pattern all printed out. Haven't decided if I want to make this thing public yet. This is a very accurate, very super precise, accurate thing that I've made. I loaded in the damn game model and remade it in Blender and everything to make it as accurate, at least silhouette wise, as I could to the original Silent Hill 2 game. I mean, look at that. All those polygons, it's gonna look exactly like that, just as good. Hopefully. I don't know, I hope I can make the time. I think I will. I still have plenty of time. Got the pattern printed out. It's 32 pages. This is just, I haven't made the one with the stitching holes yet even. This is just the basic shapes right now. There'll be 2 versions. I have a trademark, I have a business, I'm a sole proprietor. I'll take you down. I'll take my lawyers. I'll throw everything I've got, U.S. Marshals, at you if you distribute this pattern, assuming that I make it public and it goes and it leaks. I'm taking you down if you take it. But yeah, let's see if I'm gonna take this thing. I'm just gonna make it out of cardboard first to make sure the silhouette, everything's lining up, everything's right. Then later I'll make the stitching holes one, and we'll start putting this thing to leather, and then we can get to the real fun. And then yeah. All right, so I just finally finished cutting out the pattern and pasting it onto the cardboard. Now I just gotta put it together and see if my blocking is accurate, if I've got accurate design. It looks pretty damn accurate just off of just playing around and putting it together. It's currently 5 a.m. It took me quite a while to put that together. It's got a lot of pieces, and I'm so tired. I'm so happy to say that my pattern worked out beautifully. It is so accurate. The wings didn't come out so far, but that's just my fault. That's the last thing I added to this. And it's currently 6 a.m. and I haven't slept since, like, I don't know, a while. But anyways, this came out wonderfully. It's gonna translate, I think, pretty damn alright into leather as well. The silhouette is just right. It is just right. Like I said, I literally modeled it directly off of the game model from the original game. So it is as accurate as I could humanely get it. I mean, that's it. That is P-head, bro. That is P-head. And I'm sorry I didn't record the process of actually building the test, my blocking here, but I mean, I'm gonna do it all over in leather anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna do it all over in leather, so you'll see the full process all there. But I'm just so content with how it came out. I think it's gonna be just beautiful. I mean, the silhouette is just perfect. Like, I've seen very few, because I've been so obsessed with the Masahiro Ito interpretation, original artist's vision for just my entire life. And it's just like, I'm seeing it right here, man. It's right there. That is Pyramid Head in its purest, unadulterated form. I can't wait to do this. I'm a little worried about how heavy. Like, I underestimated, this was like quite a bit of cardboard. That's an entire box. So, I mean, that's gonna be like an entire thing of leather. It might be pretty heavy. And you gotta keep in mind, when I do it out of leather, I'm gonna be putting a rim, like a thick rim on the outside as well, all riveted together. There will be some hurdles in this for sure, but so far so good. If anything, like, I think leather is gonna be like amazing. It's gonna look great, but if anything, you can use this pattern for whatever. This is why I'm making a pattern one without stitching holes and everything for leather, and one with, just so that, like, if I do make it public and I do share it, you can do whatever you want with it. It's versatile and it's completely accurate. All right, I was gonna take a little nap before I had to go to work, but I just realized I gotta wear it while it's here. All right, so him. I am him. And I'm planning on putting the sack back here too. Just because I think it's necessary, like, to have a little bit of cushion back there. But I'm him. I'm so him. Hopefully I can get it to where it's kind of resting right here. That's kind of the end goal. I'll need to put some little headband that'll be adjustable so anyone can wear it on the inside. Oh God, I'm so fucking tired. All right, gang, I'm so fucking tired. I'm gonna take a little nap and then I'm gonna work a full 9-hour shift. That's pretty much how the head fastener works. It is adjustable, so it should fit most people's heads. These little panels are gonna attach on the inside of the helmet. This one will be to the front plate. These guys will be on the side plates. Then there'll be a little chin strap on the inside of the helmet as well to keep the helmet down on the head so it won't be spinning around or moving. It is going to be one size fits most, fits all, so that ought to work out pretty okay. Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, this thing's actually pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the monkey. Hang out with point back here, nothing, so don't get weird. But, yeah. This is the first thing I've ever bought, and that wasn't. Oh, it's on the outside. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Interesting. That's a revolver?
Yep. 6-shot 38 special. $200. New.
Yeah, it's not bad. All right, gang. So, we've got all of the inner straps for the head to keep the head in place. This is the trend strap. This is the head strap that'll wrap around the dome, keep it secure. And we've got all of the connector pieces that are going to be used to keep this thing together. We've got all of those pieces, so we're ready to actually cut the pattern out and put it to the leather and get this thing going. About, I don't know how many hours I've gotten just designing the pattern alone. We've got quite a bit. This is like an 80-hour project. I'll get better at it. This is just the first one, of course. Hopefully I'll make enough of these that I can pump these out like weekly. All right, peace out. I'll be back when we start actually getting this thing on the leather, cutting out and punching all the holes out. And yeah, that's when the real excitement will begin. It's worth noting too, all these connector pieces and inner straps, they aren't going to look very pretty on this helmet in particular, but in the future they'll look a lot better. This is just kind of more the prototype test run, make sure everything works well. So I'm just using a lot of scrap pieces. In the future, this thing will be much more polished. Much more polished. It took me a good long while, but I finally got the leather that I think I want to use ready. I'm going to be using two sides of leather for this helmet. This one here is just going to be for like the rim pieces and stuff that really requires a bit more weight, a little bit more pliability, a little bit more stiffness. This is where the supports for the helmet are going to be, and the rims of the helmet is going to be. Because this is going to be, I think, 7 to 8 ounce, and 7 to 8 ounce is very thick. As you can still see, it's very pliable. We want it to be stiff, but when we dye it, it'll be so much stiffer. And for the actual plates, we're going to be using this 5 to 6 ounce, I think. Actually, no, 4 to 5 ounce leather. That'll be much lighter. It'll be good and stiff again when we dye it and seal it and all that. But at first, when we cut out the pieces, like the actual plates and stuff, it will be very soft, very pliable. But when we actually get this thing all riveted and sewn together, it isn't really going to matter. That's going to do the bulk of the work as far as putting the structure together. So again, we're going to be using the thicker 7 to 8 ounce leather for the rims and the support beams, and the 4 to 5 ounce for the plates, which is is going to be the bulk of the helmet. The rims and the support probably only take up like, I don't know, 30% of the whole helmet, while most of the helmet is going to be those big giant plates. So that's going to be like 70%, whatever 100 minus 30 is, which is, yeah, 70. So yeah, we've got the leather picked out now. I'm just going to tape down the pieces of the pattern that I cut out and put together. And we'll start getting that out of the way first, and then we'll do the bigger parts, which will be the plates. So we'll get this stuff out of the way, and then we'll get to that. I don't like what I'm seeing back there. I don't know if you can see, but there's some kind of thing going on outside. Yeah, right there. I wonder what that's all about. That was really distracting me when I was trying to film all that. Alright, so I've got my pattern for the rim pieces and support pieces all taped down to my 7 to 8 ounce leather, which, as you can see here, is quite thick. This is what I use for like knife sheaths and heavy duty stuff, belts even. So now I'm just going to use my punches and punch out all of these holes. And I'll use my cool fucking Milwaukee razor blade to cut out all the pieces. And then when we're done, we'll have all of the rim pieces and the support pieces ready to be dyed, sealed, burnished, edge coated, and all else. It's the same piece. I cut out the exact same piece. So one of these is just gonna have to be grain side out on the helmet, which honestly isn't that big of a deal. Like I said, this is the prototype, so there's bound to be a lot of rough corners. I can't believe it. All of this will be fixed on the pattern. But yeah, it's what are you gonna do? What are you going to do, Tom? Alright, so that's all of the inner pieces and the rim slash support pieces cut out. Now I just gotta do the plates, and then I'll be ready to, when I cut these out of the pattern, I'll be ready to put it on my 5 to 6 ounce leather. Can't wait for that, because cutting these things out sucks. Cutting out thick leather really sucks. But that's out of the way now. So we're just one step closer, gang. So I'm cutting out the plates on my 5 to 6 ounce leather, and I've noticed already I have the exact same problem on these 2 plates as I did on the supports. They are literally the exact same. I forgot to flip them in GIMP. So this is right. This one's going to be grain side showing, but it'll be matching the support at least. So, you know, like I said, a little rough on this one. A little rough around the edges on this one, but it'll still be sweet. It's just going to have one plate that's going to be really fuzzy. But I'm going to fix that in the future. So this is just the prototype. It's whatever. Alright gang, we've made our first major landmark. We've cut out all of the pieces for the project. It took a while, it took a couple of days. I mean, so far, I mean, I don't know if the two thicknesses of leather really make that much of a difference. I won't know. Jesus, my hand looks so gnarly. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. That's the fucking hand of a corpse, of a gnarled, decomposing, rigor mortified monkey. What the hell? What the fuck? Anyway. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if the two thicknesses of leather are really gonna make that much of a difference. This is the thicker 7 to 8 ounce stuff, and this is the I thought it was 4 to 5 ounce. It's actually 3 to 4 ounce. Both nice and stiff. The thicker stuff is actually, I don't know, maybe it's just because it's heavier. It's actually a little bit floppier. But either which way, this is going to be a very heavy-duty helmet. You can definitely see in the future there's going to be a lot of things to improve upon in this pattern. So far, so good, though. I mean, I think it's going to come together really nicely, structurally wise, but there's just a few things I got to fix. Like, as you can see, the grain is showing on this piece and this piece, which I don't think is going to be that big of a deal. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see out of this. I won't know until I put it on to try. So, I mean, we're just going to have to see. So far, so good, though. Great progress. Next, we're going to bevel out. We're going to bevel out the edges we know we're going to burnish. And I'm only going to do the edges that are going to be exposed on these rims and on these wings. That's all I'm going to do. So this part, these edges, that's going to be like exposed to the touch are what I'm going to burnish. So yeah, I'll get to beveling those next. so I've got all of my exposed edges beveled. Actually, you know what, I forgot. All these rim pieces are finished and beveled out. But I'm gonna do something a little bit special with these pieces here. I was just gonna, everything that's not gonna be beveled, or exposed, I mean, is just gonna be edge coated. And I think that'll look better and work a lot better for like the stitching, seams and all, but these points are gonna be exposed at the top of the helmet, right? So I'm only gonna bevel out this side and not the underside on each of these. Where's the other? On each of these, so that I can burnish them together and it'll make it a really nice, strong tip at the top of the helmet. Alright, so I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do as far as dyeing all the pieces that I got over there. And I think just because this is a trial run, I'm not gonna put too much time experimenting. I think what I'm gonna do is I'll do a base of just regular red pro dye, and then go over with some antique, and then I'll give it that kind of sinister red, rustic, sludgy, rusty, aged color. Alright, so I've tried just a basic test to see how that would work, and I think it came out good enough. On camera it doesn't quite do it justice, but it's a good enough weathered red effect that I think it'll look good on the leather without being too much. So that's what we're gonna go for. I didn't quite like it as much on the grain side, so when we get to that part where I kind of fucked up, we'll try something a little bit different. We'll probably just do a flat black, to be honest. all that I forgot to say before I did in the last clip. I was just burnishing my edges like I said I was, and then I sealed after I dyed. Always dye your leather after you've beveled it, and then burnish it. But don't burnish after you seal it, after you seal your leather like I did. Always seal your leather after you burnish. If you burnish after you seal your leather, then you're not going to get a very good edge, and it's also going to take off that seal that you put in burnishing it, because you're rubbing it down until it's not there anymore. But anyway, that's all I did was, I just sealed after I burnished my edges, and now these edges that I can't necessarily, or aren't really necessary to burnish, like I said, I only burnish the ones that are going to be exposed. These other ones that aren't going to be exposed or are just going to be connected together, I'm going to edge coat with some black edge coat. Alright, we finally got all of the pieces dyed, sealed, the edges are all done and coated. It's finally time to start putting this thing together. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the inner head strap pieces to these plates. And there's 3 of them, one on this one, the other one looks like that, and the middle one here. So I connected those strap pieces to the left side and right side plates. Now it's time to actually fuse all of these guys together. I gotta do it in a specific order, or else, I won't be able to set a rivet if it's just completely put together. I can't get deep inside of it enough. But the way that I'm doing it is I'm taking those connected pieces from earlier. I'm remaking them also, just because the other ones were just a little bit too heavy a weight, and these guys are much lighter, and they're going to work a lot better. And I'm just connecting those guys together, right? With those connector pieces, as you can see on the inside. And that's going to go all the way around. I'm trying to decide if I want to put eyelets here. Whatever. I don't know. I feel like it might be a little too much. It'll make those holes look too big and kind of draw a little bit too much attention. But also it could look really cool. It'd be like a nice kind of, that's very Silent Hill movie Pyramid Head, just having a bunch of, holes in the helmet. I might do it. I'm kind of warming up to the idea. Another controversial thing you might have noticed I'm doing, I'm using all sorts of different finishes of hardware. Meaning I've got some brass rivets I'm going to be setting, some copper rivets, got stainless or nickel here. I'm doing it just completely mixed up. One, because I don't want to buy new hardware, honestly. And 2, because I think it will match the style of the helmet. It will kind of just look like a sporadically put together crazy thing. kind of look a little bit aged too. So I mean, it's a win-win sort of thing, I guess. Still got a lot left to go on this thing. I'm gonna try and pull an all-nighter and get this done. I'm running out of time. I'm really running out of time. It's currently Thursday, and Silent Hill 2 Remake comes out on fucking Tuesday of next week. Yeah, I feel like I got my work cut out for me. So I forgot I was supposed to record some stuff. I'm very tired, it's late, but this is the progress right now. A lot of rivets to set, and I just gotta be very careful about how I set them, where I do it. So if I set them in the wrong order, then I just am unable to set them, really. But so far, so good. The structure's gonna hold. It's gonna be a little floppy until we stitch down everything down here and up there. But very, very strong. Very, very strong. But yeah, that's the progress. What do you think of the multi-finish hardware look? Does it look stupid? Does it look cool and rustic? Does it matter? Alright, so I've put together a lot of it. It's still not completely together. All of the rivets are in except for just this line of them here in the back of the helmet. I gotta be honest, I thought as I was doing it, the multi-color rivet thing was really ugly, but I'm growing on it right now. I think it looks fine. It matches the whole style of this helmet, of being just a little, competently done, but a little rough around the edges. But it's coming out nice. It's heavy, like not crazy heavy. I'd say it's at least, I'll weigh it when we're done here. I'd say it's at least like 6 pounds, but so far so good. It's starting to really gain its structure. It's, strong. It is strong. When I sew these seams here at the weakest points, the tip, the rim and all that, when those are all sewn, this thing's gonna be so strong. It's gonna be crazy. But yeah, that's the progress here. We're nearly there. I mean, just a few more steps and this guy is gonna be through. So this is where I'm at right now. I've set all of the rivets. It was a very rivety rendition. I'm glad I didn't put the eyelets in. I think that would have been too much. I think this looks pretty good without them. And the back, I had to do, just because I couldn't get in there with an anvil, I did the package instead. And they're holding up pretty nice. I think it's coming along pretty alright. Everything that needs to be right is right, and the little mishaps I can tweak and fix in the future, no problem. So far so good. All that really needs to be done is just sewing, and there's not a lot of sewing, but then again, I didn't think that that the rivets would take so long. I mean, I've been in, I didn't record it just because, I don't know, I'm getting lazy here towards the end of the finish line, but I've set all of these rivets by hand, and it's 4 a.m. I started setting the rivets at 8 p.m. and which is insane. because I haven't taken any breaks or anything. That might be wrong, I don't know, but I don't know, it's aside the point. Yeah, just some sewing and this bad boy will be all finished. Alright, well it's official. I've sewn up the whole guy, and that really helps it retain its shape and structure. That was the nail in the coffin as far as that. And then I sewn in the straps, added the headband, tried it on. It fits well, it's well secured. Because it is so top heavy, however, it does tend to pull down on the headband, so I might have to adjust it so that this just kind of stays more flat against your chest more often. But otherwise, I mean, you can see out of it, you can wear it. It works. It's well enough. So I'll prop it up and we can get a proper look at it. And there it is, the finished product. It came out nice. The shape is down perfect. The silhouette is exactly how it is in the game, to a T. Get some of these cool fucking details. The sewing, Came out nice. I know there's people out here that'll be looking at this and just screaming about the multicolored hardware and the white obvious stitching, but I mean, come on. Come on. Leave me alone. Here, let me get the tip. The tip came out cool. I knew it would. I knew. Come on, focus. I knew this tip would come out cool just because, I don't know. I designed that specifically with this exact result in mind. I'm glad it came to fruition. Well, that is it. That's P-Head, alright. That's P-Head from the hit game SH2 or SH2R, which is coming out in like 2 days. I really gotta finish this fucking video. Let me spin around, try and get the back of the helmet. Go around. Damn it, let me go around. Damn it. Now, I didn't have time to create the bag in the back of the helmet, but, you know, I'll do that later on. I might make a cool YouTube short about it, post on my Instagram and such of the like. But the whole thing just translated to leather surprisingly well. Every piece just works together in forming that shape and that structure. It's truly just inspiring. This place is so cluttered, I can't really get a good shot of it. There we go, how about that? Right there, yeah. That's a good shot. Alright, well, that's it, gang.